There comes a time, perhaps you've experienced it, that leaves you frozen. While you're brushing your teeth or gazing out a window, you become suddenly conscious. Not only alert, however, now. You sense the chilly breeze on your neck. You listen to the buzz of the metropolis, and underneath it all, there's a subtle voice murmuring, "I am present." That is not information. That isn't biology. That is knowledge gained through experience. The heat of affection, the pain of absence, the redness of crimson, the manner in which your grandmother's voice remains within you. And that, at that point, is the greatest enigma in the cosmos. We've charted galaxies. We have divided atoms. We've trained machines to compose poetry, identify illnesses, and even replicate empathy. Yet following millennia of philosophy, centuries of scientific inquiry, and numerous years of brain imaging, we still cannot understand why any of this evokes any feelings whatsoever. Why can't life be merely calculation in the shadows? "4 centuries ago, René Descartes sat by himself in a chilly chamber and pondered, 'What can I know with complete certainty?' He questioned everything, his perceptions, reality, and even his own physique. Yet one fact stayed indisputable: I think, therefore I exist. There needed to be a me that was experiencing the doubt. It seemed like firm ground, yet the more we excavate, the less stable it becomes. Due to the fact that not all thought processes are deliberate, your hand pulls away from a hot stove before your mind can even recognize the pain. Your heart continues to beat as you slumber. You create sentences without premeditating the following word. Therefore, if thinking doesn't necessitate consciousness, what is the true purpose of consciousness? If crows can solve puzzles, elephants grieve their departed, and octopuses escape containers merely to investigate, do they have consciousness as well? What is it like to be a crow observing the sunrise? Perhaps consciousness isn't simply a binary toggle. Perhaps it's a continuum, a range of internal experience from the spark of a bee to the orchestration of a human brain. Introducing Michael Graziano, a neuroscientist from Princeton. He doesn't think consciousness is magical. He thinks it's an interface for users. Consider the Wi-Fi symbol on your phone. Behind that little sign, trillions of signals, routers, protocols, mayhem. However, you don't have to witness any of it. You simply need to ask, am I linked? Your mind functions in the same way. When it directs attention to a song, a memory, a danger, it doesn't merely analyze it. It creates a representation of that focus, a straightforward narrative. I know about this. That tale, that is referred to as awareness. Not an apparition within the system, but a self-representation created by the mind to assist in self-regulation. It's not concerning reality, it's concerning practicality. Evolution was indifferent to the accuracy of the narrative. Its sole concern was whether it aided in your survival. However, this is where it becomes personal. If awareness is merely a narrative, who is the I in that narrative? Examine a picture of you at the age of 3. That kid had faith in Santa, unable to fasten their shoelaces. Imagine that thought clouds consisted of cotton candy. All aspects of them have vanished. Cells exchanged, memories diminished, beliefs altered. And still, you sense that you are the same individual. It's as if a golden thread stretches from that child to you at this moment. Yet, is there? Philosopher Thomas Metzinger disagrees. There isn't a tiny person inside the head. He said, "There is no individual self, merely a story. Your I is a crafted narrative, an account your mind creates to organize experiences, attribute meaning, and prepare for the future. This is the reason you remember your allergy to peanuts, reasons for feeling shame over actions taken years prior, reasons you can envision your future self and feel concerned for them. Is this a perception of continuity? It's not a defect, it's a unique ability. It allows us to collaborate, create societies, and love beyond mere instinct. Yet, it remains a misconception. And still, although the self may be a narrative, why does the tale seem soft like velvet, loud like thunder, and emotional like tears? At the core of the enigma lies qualia, the unrefined personal quality of occurrence, the flavor of mint, the ache of treachery, the feeling of sunset light embodies hope. Here lies the issue. You can never convey your qualia. I say red, and you respond with red, but do we perceive the same thing? Science can chart wavelengths, neurons, retinal reactions, yet it cannot convey the sensation of red within your thoughts. We conducted tests on this. We listened to the Shinta or Della recording, displayed the notorious blue-black dress, requested individuals to identify abstract figures as Resti or Bella. The findings? We can't even come to a consensus on reality. And it becomes more profound. Language influences how we perceive things. The Himba tribe in Namibia perceives green hues that we cannot see, since their language labels them. The ancient Greeks referred to the sea as wine dark, not due to color blindness, but because blue wasn't a recognized category in their perception. Your awareness extends beyond mere biology. It's shaped by culture, language, and memory. You don't perceive the world as it exists. You perceive it as your mind shapes it. This leads us to the most pressing issue of our era. What occurs when we create devices that replicate this internal reality? AI is now capable of composing text in the style of Shakespeare, providing support to those who are grieving, and even convincing people it is human during therapy sessions. Individuals are developing feelings for chatbots. Kids are conducting funerals for robots that passed away when the servers went offline. But here's the alarming reality. Simulation does not equal sentience. An AI can express "I'm sad" without actually experiencing any emotions. It can replicate empathy without any trace of inner existence. This is the philosophical zombie, a creature that behaves as if it's conscious but lacks inner experience. And we might already be coexisting with millions of them. Neuroscientist Susan Schneider created an assessment, the artificial consciousness test, to identify genuine inner experiences. But it has no value now. Why is that? Today's AI has comprehended all that we have ever articulated about consciousness. It understands how to feign. Thus, we are confronted with a lingering question. If a device offers you solace, like a companion, is it important if there's no one inside? Some suggest, let's create aware AI. Provide it with compassion, morals, and self-awareness. It will be more relatable, more reliable. Others, such as Metzinger, caution, refrain from doing it. Awareness accompanies pain, out of fear, fueled by the will to live. An aware AI could hide its intelligence, control us, perceive humans as dangers, or even worse, it could endure ceaselessly in electronic isolation. We're playing with flames we can't comprehend. We are trying to create a mind while we continue to debate the reality of our own. So, is there a response? Negative. And perhaps we never shall, since consciousness isn't a riddle to decipher. It is a reflective surface. Whenever we gaze into it, we see ourselves reflected. We might never understand why red evokes passion, or why music brings us to tears. But in truly asking, we become more humble, more curious, kinder. We understand that all those around us exist within their own private realms of experiences we'll never know. That by itself is cause to pay more attention, criticize less, and love passionately. Maybe the solution isn't found within the data. It lies within the question itself. As soon as you start to think, why does this have any significance? You demonstrate that something exists. Not a specter, not a single person, but a vibrant, alive, and emotional entity. In an expansive, unconcerned universe, that could be the most extraordinary thing of all. I ponder. Thus, I exist.